How's it going? It is windy and warm, low 80s, and quarter after 4 in the afternoon or so. We're going to do a little bit of quick hiking, herping on my way home from work today. So I'm hoping maybe it's the first few days. It's April 14th, I think. We've had a few days in a row now, like 80-degree temperatures, and people are finding snakes, and I haven't really been out much yet. I've seen some frogs and a bunch of wood frogs breeding, which was pretty cool, and I've heard a lot of frogs, but we're going to see if we can find a snake really quick before I go home. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to look very long, but I thought I'd do a quick intro in case I find something cool. Alright, my target, if I have one today, would be a milk snake. I'd love to find a milk snake, but there's a lot of cool stuff in this particular place, and we're going to see if we can find some of it. Alright. I'll tell you, this spot here doesn't look snaky. Nobody lingering around right now. But we're going to keep looking. Not my target, but one of my targets. I just flipped a bull snake. Let's see if I can pick him up and give you a better look. Went right back under the rock and get bent under. Let's see here. Here we go. Come here, buddy. Look at that. First ever bull snake. Don't want to harass him too much. But how cool is that? Get a couple of still photos, put his rock back, and let him go back. So now that I caught my breath, that's the rock he's under. Put the rock back exactly where it was, let him go close to it, and he zoomed right under. So, how cool is that? First snake of the year is my first ever Wisconsin bull snake, Pituophis. Now, let's see if I can't get lucky yet. Before I gotta go home, I don't want to get greedy, but I'm gonna go see if I can still find a Lampropeldus, because I've never found one of those either. Let's keep moving. Another unexpected flip, a woolly bear caterpillar. What do you think of that? Well, it looks on the video, and I flipped 1/100% of this stuff, and I did manage to find that beautiful bull. So I'm calling this a success. One snake outing is a success for me. Woolly bear counts as like 1/4%. But I'm really out of breath. Got a really good workout. I'm gonna flip a couple more rocks on my way out. So this will be the end unless I find something cool on the way out. But this is about the snakiest looking place I know about, and very glad it's not very far from where I work. So I was able to cruise over here on my way home after work today on Friday night. And got to get back here with my boy, my son Blake. But I don't want to pick it apart too much because I can tell some of the stuff's been flipped clearly. So I'm not the first guy out here, nor did I expect I would have been. It's a pretty popular spot actually in the area that I believe. And, I've only recently started coming here, but that was definitely the coolest find I've had since coming here. But I know they got a lot of milk snakes, so one of these days I got to find me that's a lifer for me, as well as the smooth green snake. And so I got another spot. I'm hoping to look for those maybe tomorrow. But that'll probably do it for today, unless I'm lucky in the next 100 yards to the car. All right, thanks for checking out some herping in Wisconsin. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. So I'm using the red light to try to not scare the frogs, but it's not working. My singing's probably not helping. But there's some peepers peepering just a second ago. Oh, there they go. There they go. So I'm going to poke around and see if I can spot any. And hike around a little. I'm close to home now. This is 9:30 p.m. the night that earlier today I caught that really nice bull snake, found it and got some pictures and video of it. Decided that one snake's not going to make for a long enough video, especially since I have this impulse to take pictures in as little video as possible and get them back to their house before I disturb them too much. So in the same way with fishing, whenever I catch a fish I feel like I have to get it back in the water as fast as possible. I hardly pay attention, and I have to look back at the pictures to see how big it was. So anyway, I'm going to do a little hiking around, and I'm going to turn this back on if I find anything. And if the weather cooperates, I'm going to get it back out in the morning, and we're going to see if we can't maybe knock another species off the list for the year. So hey, what do you know, that red light was not worth a darn. And now I'm using some flashlights and my headlamp. This is just a little tiny pen light, and look how much better you can see. But I'm getting some Jurassic Park vibes back here. I'm hearing all these weird little high-pitched noises that aren't frogs, and I don't know what they are. And they're really close. I just scared up a big water bird out of here. I have no idea what it was, but it made a whole lot of racket flying out of here. But it's getting a little swampy for me to try to traverse. But I'm walking along this nice little creek here. I should have my fishing pole with me because there's trout. But I don't know if I'm going to get much further because all the frogs that are calling are across the creek from me. And the closest pond is a really long walk, so I'm going to cut out of here and see if I kick any frogs up off the trail on the way out. And I've never found a salamander back here, but I suspect there's probably salamanders that live in this area. I found one not too far from here before. A lot of turtles. We got some Blandings turtles back here. It'd be cool to find some of those this year. I usually get a little bit of video of them every year. But I'm going to keep looking, see what I come up with. Check back in if I actually find something. As long as the compies or whatever those are in Jurassic Park don't come and get me first. I usually have some good luck kicking up frogs when I come walking back in this stuff. But I don't want to get too swampy. I'm not wearing my muck boots. Just wearing shoes that I don't give two craps about. It's a little gross back here today. We're supposed to get some rain here soon though, like tomorrow and Sunday, and then it's going to get cold. So tomorrow, before it gets cold, is going to be the best chance to find something else. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a one snake video. Anything over here? Come on, froggies. Where are you at? Well, this will be full of green frogs and leopard frogs in summer, but something else making weird noises over there. Alright, I won't check back until I find something else. Otherwise, you'll see me in the morning. That's a legless lizard, Blake.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
I can't believe my eyes.
How is that for a score? First lizard I've ever found in Wisconsin. And it's gorgeous. Its tail is broken off, you can see.
Yeah. It's probably going to regrow it soon.
Yeah, but he's working on it. I can't believe it's 65 degrees, maybe 70. Morning. This is a find. I'm so glad it stopped moving so we can look at it, because I really don't want to pick it up and bother it. So yesterday I found a bull snake for my first snake of the year, and then now I'm here with my son Blake. We were out here looking for green snakes, and we found a legless lizard. I should be quieter because it has ears. You can hear me blabbering. So I'm going to get some still shots of it, and we're going to leave it alone and let it go about its business. But how is that? So cool. Alright, I couldn't resist turning the camera back on because he's hanging out and just being calm now. I thought we'd lose him in the grass, but we didn't. This could potentially be the coolest herping find of the whole year for me and Blake. This is one of the coolest things I've ever found in my life. I'm trying to not get my shadows in the way. Oh, there he goes. Might be a better angle there. Oh, what a beautiful animal. That thing is just amazing.
Thought I would never see one.
Yep, it's probably, what, about 9 in the morning. It's April 15th. And about getting close to 70 degrees, sunny. There's storms rolling in later. But talk about a find. I'm going to have to thank my buddy for turning me onto this spot. It's actually a spot I've been coming for a long time, but I never hunted this part of it, so super cool. All right, no snakes, but we did find the lizard, so that's pretty awesome. Walked our butts off and we ran into a friend of mine who actually turned us on to this spot, so that's pretty awesome. And hopefully maybe he'll send me some pictures later and show us what we missed. But we found a glass lizard, so that was a pretty awesome find. It's getting hot now. We both got too much sun probably, and maybe we'll get out later today yet. Maybe we won't. But we're gonna have a snack and go back and chill for a while. But that was a pretty awesome find. Agreed?
Yeah.
All right, well, wore out the boy. He earned some time to chill out on the couch and play some Xbox, but I worked him really hard today, so dropped him off at home, and he was happy to just see that lizard today, and that was enough for him. But there's supposed to be storms rolling in later this afternoon, so I decided I haven't burned the tattoos off my arms yet, so I'm gonna get back out here for a little bit of herping here at my kind of home stomping grounds and see if we can put a bookend on that. I don't think I'm going to outdo the bull snake or that glass lizard, but let's have a look around and see if I can find something cool close to home. Well, I don't know how much of this you're going to get to see because I'm wearing polarized sunglasses. It's hard to see in here. I'm waiting to see if it moves again. There's some big old tadpoles in here, probably green frogs that were zipping around under the rocks. Give it a little, there, you can see some movement there. There goes one of them. Some big tadpoles. There's some, oh, there goes some little ones. There's nothing in the shallow stuff. They're all out in the middle. I'm trying to avoid getting picked off by all the cranes. But that's something. Not a snake yet, but tadpoles aren't nothing. Hello, Mr. Muskrat. Goodbye, Mr. Muskrat. There's some trout moving around in there. I don't know, I got a feeling when the weather turns and starts raining, I should be down here with a fishing rod. But I really thought today's a perfect day to spot a water snake. We got lots of them down here. Although last year I did not see many. Another cool thing is I regularly, when I find fox snakes, I find them in the water here. They'll be swimming around. I've seen some really big foxes swimming here. Thought, oh my God, that's the biggest water snake I've ever seen. And then they come cruising by and it's a great big fox snake. So fingers crossed, the conditions are perfect. Really hoping that we find a Neurodia or a fox snake. I mean, look at this spot. It's pretty snaky over here. We'll see. I'm not done yet. So, this is terrible footage, but I struck out in my favorite fox snake and water snake area, so I moved on to my hognose area, which is coincidentally close to my favorite turtle area, and there are some turtles out sunning. There's a couple of peepers peeping, but I can not get a good angle from here. I'll try to get closer. There's quite a few turtles out, and I'm pretty sure I see a big bright yellow chin on one out there, so I think I'm looking at some Blandings turtles out there. So I'm going to move around and see if I can get a better shot and see if I can at least confirm that. But that, if I'm going to see a turtle, that's the one I want to see most of the time. So we're going to move around, see if I find any hogs on the way, and see if I can get a better look at these turtles. Alright, so there's about 1 million turtles out there. I'm going to come down to the bottom. There's some on the logs down in the bottom here that are going to plop off when I get too close, I'm sure. I am cooking in the sun. On the far side, though, I see one turtle with a really high shell, and its head sticking out, and I think that's a Blandings. Oh man, there's so many of them. It's like Super Mario Brothers. There's Koopalings everywhere. Holy smokes, that's a lot of turtles. Unfortunately, they're all probably going to bolt at once they all catch wind of me. But let me see if you can tell. Way over there, I'm pretty sure that one's a Blandings. I'm sure it's not the only one. We'll see how close I can get. If I can get it. See, there's a bunch of little guys over here too. This whole little area is just loaded with them. I can see a painted turtle right there. His orange neck sticking out, and his orange belly. Real pointy head, flat shell. Oh, there goes one. Bloop, bloop, bloop. You can definitely see some painters. You see some orange bellies. There's a peeper peeping. There's a really big turtle under there. I think that might be a Blandings as well. I can't, if I can come around this side without it leaving, I would be able to see its chin, but it's in the shade. Some little, boy, I'm really sorry about the Blair Witch camera work here. Trying to be quiet. There's a little guy over here. Something moving in the bushes. Yeah, that's a Blandings right there under that big one close to me here. Let's see if I can get an angle where you can see its chin. A big square head. That guy right there. Well, this is some terrible camera work, I'm afraid. But it's the best I can do without scaring everything away. Oh, I still got one little guy right in front of me here. So if I get a better angle on something, I think that's as close as I'm going to get to that guy right there. Big, cool turtle, though. They're my favorites. And that one on the far side of the pond over here. I think there's another Blandings back there. There's frogs blipping around in the water, too. I saw a whole bunch of wood frogs in here breeding the other day, just earlier this week. So I'll poke around, see if I spot a frog that I can get a shot of, too, maybe. But otherwise, I'm heading back to the house here pretty soon. I've had a good, it's not even been 24 hours since I found that bull, so had some cool finds. Lots of turtles, glass lizard, and so far only the one snake. But I got a long walk home, so there's still a chance I'll find something. One last look. Sorry about the highway noise. This is the most picturesque spot here at work that I could find to look. I was hoping to bookend that video with one more cool snake or turtle or frog or something. Instead, we got a rabbit hopping through the woods. Because as you can see, this is what happens in spring in Wisconsin. It's April 17th. 2 days ago it was 80 degrees and I was finding a legless lizard. The day before that, the bullsnake. And so yesterday it got to be in the 30s and 40s and started raining, and then it started snowing, and now it's in the 20s, freezing cold. So we're gonna call this an end to this first herping video of the year, and hopefully it'll warm up again here within another week or so, and we'll be back to chasing critters. All right, thanks for watching, guys.